What's that? Oh! Comments from the show about how well we're doing. How do you say racism is wrong but use a bunch of profanity? Double standard. That's, what is this? Elkin Habalaba. This is stupid as shit. Olivia Grant. Wow, this video was racist. That's all you had? Was wow? Good job. Come take my guns. I'll put a bullet in your liberal ass. That's almost a threat. Like if they were like, we need to go find him. Thank you, Christian, for letting us know that you want to kill me. People will be at your house by 5 o'clock tomorrow. Moneyballer. Maronzio for president. I like him. We should have him on the show. The Oscar nominees were recently released. Somebody please put up the pictures of this year's actor nominees. As you can see, this will be one of the most diverse Oscars of all time. We have a little of everything represented. We have blonde nominees, brunette nominees, redhead nominees, white nominees from other countries, short white nominees, tall white nominees, every white nominee possible. How did this lack of diversity go over in the streets?
The Academy is under fire again this morning for a lack of diversity.
The lack of diversity in this year's nominee pool reviving last year's viral hashtag, Oscars So White.
I'm sure black actors and filmmakers feel like things are just the same as usual. I'm sure they're accepting this year's snub like they always do, with very little fanfare, right?
Jada Pinkett Smith and Spike Lee are boycotting the Oscars.
The film director, who received an honorary Oscar in November for his body of work, put out a statement that he and his wife cannot support it. How is it possible for the second consecutive year all 20 contenders under the actor category are white?
The Academy has the right to acknowledge whomever they choose. Maybe it is time that we pull back our resources and we put them back into our communities, into our programs, and we make programs for ourselves that acknowledge us in ways that we see fit.
Looks like Black Hollywood isn't too happy about this either. But can you blame them? I mean, come on. Straight Outta Compton, the wonderfully produced, wonderfully directed, wonderfully acted, wonderfully written movie about one of the most influential music groups of all time, only got nominated for one award, one fucking nomination for one of the best, most critically acclaimed films of the year. You gotta be shitting me. Who did Straight Outta Compton's one nomination go to? Did it go to these guys? No. Did it go to this guy? No. Did it go to the magnificent cast? No. It went to this guy. Seriously, a movie about black gangster rappers from Compton and the only nomination it could garner is for its white writer? That's what I call racist irony, people. The members of NWA fought through poverty, racism, gang violence, police brutality, and being snubbed by the Oscar voters. I can see why these guys have a bit of an attitude. Hollywood just doesn't get it. I feel like even the good white people don't get it when it comes to the plight of black people in this industry. Take a look at this.
Why, if they're so liberal, do they have this prejudice against nominating black people? You think they would bend over backwards to nominate the black people? Could it possibly be, I mean, who was it up for? Will Smith they wanted nominated?
Yeah, Brother Will, in Concussion.
Maybe, could it possibly be just that the other five actually did a better acting job? I'm just asking.
I love you, Bill, but you're clueless on this one. Let me address the fallacy that liberal Hollywood is so giving and that it bends over backwards to help its minorities. As we found out in the Sony emails, Hollywood is not that liberal. Women make significantly less than men. We found out that they didn't want Idris Elba to play 007 because he was too street for a character that is a alcoholic, womanizing assassin. I guess that does make sense. You wouldn't want a black man portraying something that you label him as day in and day out on the big screen, right? For some reason, there's a perception out there that because people in Hollywood support a few liberal causes like gay rights, efforts to improve the environment, and the legalization of marijuana, that means that Hollywood is this utopian place where racism doesn't exist. And that's a lie. When I walk around Hollywood, white people clutch their purses just as tight as they do when I'm in Kansas. Don't ask me why I'm in Kansas. It's none of your fucking business. Just because a few white celebrities adopt a few black kids and a few white stars cheer for a few black ball players at a Lakers game, that's if they still go to Laker games, or a few white hipsters download the new Kendrick Lamar album, doesn't make Hollywood a racial utopia. It just makes it a little better than Kansas. And once again, don't ask me why I was in Kansas. Over 94% of Oscar voters are white. Why are we even shocked by all the white nominees? If over 94% of the Oscar voters were black, Straight Outta Compton would clean fucking house. Hell, if 94% of the Academy voters were black, even Tyler Perry would have a few trophies by now. Maybe. I don't know. Look, let's be honest. Tyler Perry know goddamn well that some of that shit he get on TV, he's just lucky. What Tyler Perry movie have you seen where you like, that's Oscar nominated? What? What fucking movie? Madea Goes to Space? Madea in jail? Medea's been everywhere. Bitch ain't got a job. I'm just saying we have to diversify the voters if we ever expect the results to be fair. Diversifying the Oscars voters would be a good thing for the Oscars. First off, it's the fair and right thing to do. And secondly, it would make the institution more hip and up to date. Everybody knows if black people aren't a part of something, it has no street cred. The Academy can use an injection of coolness. The ratings have been dropping over the years, and I think it's because it's just stuffy and it's old and it's white. Any institution that wants to stay relevant has to adapt to the times. LL Cool J did it. Take the movies that are nominated this year. No one other than a handful of people in Hollywood have seen any of these films, including the people in them. Where are the Star Wars, the Inside Outs, the Straight Outta Comptons? Where are the movies everybody actually saw? Where are the movies we all want to tune in and root for? They should add the words that people actually saw behind each category. For instance, instead of the Best Picture category, we should have a Best Picture that people actually saw category, because if that was the category, the Oscars would automatically become more diverse. And I know this is a personal beef, but I'm gonna say it anyway, because I can. Why can't a comedy win Academy Award for Best Picture? Are you telling me there was a better movie than Coming to America in 1988? In the face. Mama call him Clay, I'ma call him Clay. Sexual chocolate, sexual chocolate.
What about Andy Hall?
Shut the fuck up. I digress. Academy, you can do better than this. I'm not saying the Oscar nominees should look like the NAACP Image Awards, but they should reflect the best and most entertaining films of the year. So I, for one, am boycotting the Academy Awards because this shit is long as fuck and racist as hell. As soon as Chris Rock's monologue is done, I'm turning that shit off and I'm firing up my Netflix account. Idris Elba may not have gotten a nomination for Beast of No Nation, but he's getting my time on Oscars night. And until next time, America, let's not forget, fuck you, Bill O'Reilly, and you get an Oscar for the biggest piece of shit in the world. Epic fails are some of the only things that break through all the digital clutter and grow big enough to reach us all. In a world where views and likes and shares and retweets are gold, anything that can capture our collective attention is considered a success these days. An epic fail is now seen as an epic success.